something completely unexpected has just come to light, and it's got everyone talking ahead of NLCS Game 3. In true superstar fashion, Shohei Ohtani pulled off a surprising move in his preparation, one that caught even teammates and insiders off guard. This wasn't a typical routine tweak, it was a bold, calculated decision that shows just how locked in and determined he is to help his team take control of the series. The buzz around the clubhouse is electric, analysts are dissecting what it means, and fans are fired up to see if it pays off under the pressure of postseason baseball. Stay tuned, because this shocking preparation method could be the key that turns Game 3 into another unforgettable moment in Los Angeles' playoff run. Before we get into this story, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss any breaking updates from the Dodgers camp, especially during this high-stakes NLCS battle. What Shohei Ohtani just did ahead of Game 3 against the Milwaukee Brewers has fans absolutely stunned. It's not just another pregame workout, not just a focus session, and not even one of those typical athlete routines that you hear about during postseason crunch time. This is something different. Something that shows the mindset of a superstar who's desperate to win. Something that screams leadership, discipline, and pure obsession with perfection. Shohei Ohtani has once again proven why he's not just a baseball player, he's a phenomenon. Now let's rewind to the tension-filled atmosphere surrounding Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. The Dodgers and Brewers are tied up in a fierce battle. Game 1 saw the Dodgers flexing their power, Game 2 went down to the wire, and now Game 3 in Milwaukee feels like a tipping point for the entire series. Every player knows the stakes. But Shohei Ohtani, he approached this game like his entire legacy was on the line. And that's what made what he did before the game so shocking. It all started late the night before Game 3. While most of his teammates were resting, decompressing, or reviewing film in their hotel rooms, Ohtani was spotted at American Family Field, lights dimmed, grounds crew long gone, doing something that caught everyone's attention. According to team sources, Ohtani personally requested access to the batting cages and field just before midnight. He showed up wearing a hoodie, sweatpants, and his Dodgers cap, completely locked in. No cameras, no press, no entourage. Just him, his bat, and the echo of baseballs cracking off the bat into the darkened stands. When the game finally started, all eyes were on him. The Brewers crowd, loud and confident after tying the series, were ready to rattle him. But from the moment he stepped into the batter's box, you could feel the shift. He looked calm. Deadly calm. His eyes locked on the pitcher like a laser. First at bat, line drive single to right. Second at bat, a moonshot home run that silenced the Milwaukee crowd and sent the Dodgers dugout into a frenzy. That home run wasn't just another highlight reel moment, it was the exclamation point to his preparation. After the game, reporters swarmed him, asking about his late-night session. Ohtani, as usual, stayed humble. He smiled slightly and said, "Sometimes, when I can't sleep, I like to practice." Simple, understated, and yet so perfectly him. Behind that calm tone is a fire that few can understand. But here's the deeper part of this story. Ohtani's actions weren't just about personal preparation. They symbolize something bigger about his place on this Dodgers team. Remember, this is his first postseason run with Los Angeles. He's surrounded by veterans who've been through the October grind for years. Some might have wondered whether Ohtani would blend into that culture or redefine it. After this, there's no question he's redefining it. You can't help but think about how his midnight practice mirrors the mentality of legends like Kobe Bryant, who was known for his relentless Mamba mentality. In fact, Ohtani has mentioned before that Kobe inspired him deeply. It's that same idea, the obsession with excellence, the desire to outwork everyone even when no one's watching. And that's exactly what this Dodgers team needed right now, someone to remind them that greatness doesn't just happen under stadium lights. It's built in the quiet hours when no one's around. And the reaction from his teammates proved it. Mookie Betts later told the media, "When you see your star player putting in that kind of work, you can't help but push harder." Freddie Freeman said, "He set the tone. We followed." Even Dave Roberts, who rarely singles out individuals, admitted that Ohtani's example ignited something in the group. Now, let's think about what this means moving forward. The Dodgers have always been loaded with talent. But sometimes, talent needs an emotional spark, a reminder of why they're here. Ohtani's shocking preparation ritual might just be the defining moment that propels this team through the rest of the NLCS and potentially the World Series. It's fascinating because this isn't about stats or analytics or launch angles. It's about the human side of competition, the hunger, the discipline, the obsession to be great. Ohtani embodies that more than anyone else in baseball today. He's the kind of player who doesn't just change games, he changes cultures. And in a team as star-studded as the Dodgers, that's saying something. After Game 3, as the Dodgers celebrated their victory in the clubhouse, multiple teammates reportedly went up to Ohtani to thank him. One said, "You made us believe again." Another said, "That was the most locked in I've ever seen you." And yet, Ohtani stayed quiet, smiling softly as if to say, "This is just the beginning." That's the thing about him, he's never satisfied. Even after going deep in one of the biggest games of the year, his focus instantly shifts to what's next. People close to Ohtani say that he treats every game like a puzzle to be solved, always thinking about what could be improved. And that's what keeps him at the top of his game, year after year. The Dodgers front office has to be thrilled seeing their investment pay off, not just in performance, but in leadership. When they brought Ohtani to Los Angeles, they knew they were getting a global superstar. But what they're realizing now is that they also got a cultural leader, someone who elevates everyone around him simply by being himself. Imagine being a young player on that team, watching Ohtani stay late to practice alone, then come in the next day and deliver under pressure. That sets a standard. That builds a winning culture. And that's exactly what championship teams are made of. Even the Brewers players reportedly took notice. One anonymous player was quoted saying, "You can just tell he's different. You can't rattle him." That's respect even from the opposition. As Game 4 approaches, all eyes are again on Ohtani. Will he do something unexpected again? Will he carry that same energy into another must-win moment? With him, you never know, and that's what makes it so exciting. Every time he steps onto the field, you feel like something special could happen. But beyond the hits, the power, and the highlight reels, this story about his shocking pregame preparation is a reminder of why fans love him so much. It's the mystery, the humility, and the relentless drive. Shohei Ohtani is the kind of athlete who makes the impossible look normal. He's the type of player who doesn't just inspire teammates, he inspires generations. Kids back in Japan and across America are hearing about that midnight practice session and realizing what greatness truly takes. It's not luck, not talent alone, it's obsession, consistency, and a refusal to settle for anything less than excellence. And that's why moments like this stick. Years from now, when people talk about the Dodgers' postseason run, they might not just remember the big home runs or the clutch plays. They'll remember that night when Shohei Ohtani went back to the field under the lights, all alone, chasing perfection. So as the Dodgers and Brewers continue their epic NLCS battle, one thing's for sure, Ohtani's influence is spreading through that locker room like wildfire. His shocking preparation for Game 3 might just be the secret ingredient that tips the series in Los Angeles' favor. And if the Dodgers do go on to win it all, don't be surprised if players trace that championship energy back to that one silent, midnight practice in Milwaukee. Because that's what greatness looks like, not in the spotlight, but in the shadows, when no one's watching. Shohei Ohtani has once again reminded the baseball world that his greatness doesn't come from magic. It comes from work. Endless, relentless, unseen work. And that's what separates legends from everyone else. If you love stories like this, moments of greatness, hard work, and passion that define baseball, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you all the inside stories, the breaking updates, and the behind-the-scenes moments from this incredible Dodgers postseason journey. Because with Shohei Ohtani leading the way, you just never know what shocking thing he'll do next. This is more than baseball. This is history in the making. And we're witnessing it one swing at a time.